What's up, everybody? So today is October 5th, 2017. It is the deadline for DACA recipients to renew their applications. Now, I myself, I'm a DACA recipient. You know, my shit doesn't expire until September of next year. So this is it for me, unless, of course, something goes down. But here's the thing. I'm a big fan of Family Guy. And you may ask yourself, how the hell is this related to whatever you're talking about? Well, you know, Family Guy always gets it right. There's an episode, it's called Baby Got Black, you know, in which Jerome explains to Peter the difficulties of being a black man, okay? And it's very symbolic. It hit a chord because although there might still be racism, well, that might be, there is still racism. You know, right now being an immigrant, it kind of puts us in the same boat. Obviously, you know, the African American community had it much more difficult. There's no comparison to that. But here's the thing. This is, and it's almost verbatim what Jerome says to Peter. He goes, you know, Peter, I have my business, I pay my taxes, and yet every day, you know, I get treated out here like I'm a criminal. And that is a very true statement for the thousands and thousands of us, okay, who were brought here, you know, as kids, but who call this our home. I have my own business. I pay my taxes. I'm buying a house. I'm paying for this car. You know, I'm in debt. So I have liabilities toward banks whom, you know, if I get kicked out, what's going to happen to that debt? Who's going to end up, you know, paying the bill for that? So I don't know. I mean, it's just common sense. And the fact that people can't look past that, it's either racism, which in a way is a form of what's the word I want to say? Ignorance. Yeah. So, you know, I mean, I got here when I was 10. Well, 9. I was about to turn 10. You know, I was an honor roll student. I went to a private high school on a work study scholarship. I had a full paid scholarship to the university. Now, I chose to drop out because my family was starting a family business, and I saw the need for support there. Nevertheless, you know, I still apply what I learned during my time at the university, so I don't see it as a loss. I don't see myself as a dropout. I went into computer science, which, by the way, is another subject that, to me, it's stupid because one of the prereqs was biology. For computer science, come on now, you know? But, I mean, I did go to physics and I took calculus, and it wasn't until like the 5th semester that I actually started looking into programming. So, and, you know, it's kind of a side note, but hey, I wrote a computer program which we use at our business. You know, it's a pillar point of our business. I'm literate in web design. You know, I don't know. I don't want to blow my own horn here, but I would say I'm an asset to this country, and more than a liability. Like I said, I mean, I have kids, not on welfare. I pay for my stuff. I try to give. I donate it, you know. So I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. It's sad that, you know, as somebody else pointed out, they do play with our future. I mean, God forbid, what's going to happen if my wife gets deported? If I get deported? What's going to happen to her kids? You know? This is all I know. Sure, I grew up until when I was 9 in Mexico, and I remember part of it. But it's a total different place. My whole youth I spent here. I am now 30. I'm about to turn 33 in a few months. And like I said, I mean, our business is prospering. there's just so much more that we offer than what we take. You know, I've seen instances of where our community takes more than what it should, it takes advantage of the system, but it's not exclusive to them. You know, yeah, okay, it's not our country. I mean, I understand that, and yes, we should be as guests. You know, but I mean, the system itself is to blame partially for almost handing it to people. You know, when I fill out my taxes, I'm still considered low income, but as soon as I pass that threshold, you know, I pay more than I think majority of people pay in their income tax. And I've never skipped it, not 1 year since I've started working. I've never used a fake Social Security because I've never had the need to. You know, so technically, I mean, I came in again. My parents came in a visa. So what's the big deal? You know, what's the big holdup? It's not rocket science. Anyways, that's my thought for today. Being that today's a deadline, it's an important date. As of right now, my future, along with hundreds of thousands of other peers like me, is in the limbo. Really, what are they gonna do? You know, they can't take our Social Securities away, and if they do, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna claim that money back that we've already, you know, put in? And what's that gonna do to the system? You know, I own my own business, so I'm a waged employee of my own business. And what's gonna happen when my permit expires? You know, I'm gonna go back to being a 1099, working under my well, now I can do it under my social. At least I can do that, but you know, it makes no sense. These people in Washington, and it's not just them. I mean, to be honest, people that represent organizations that are supposed to work for the benefit of immigrants, you gotta ask yourself, what do they live off of? You know, I mean, the Republicans came up with this Succeed Act, and it sounds reasonable. But you know, the other day I saw on TV somebody, a dreamer, who actually came out and said, you know, we're not going to accept it because it's not enough. Come on. You know, and the point here is that there are organizations out there who are going to fight whatever comes our way, be it good or not, because it'll never be enough, because they need a cause to keep fighting for, because that's what they make their living off of. So it's hard to be neutral, you know, in this society where we're bombarded with ideology from one end or the other. But you know, I think if you take a neutral approach to it, you'll see that the benefits greatly outweigh any risk that may come from giving us a path to citizenship. Obviously, we can't know what the future will hold for our kids, but those of us that are trying to, you know, we've already passed the screening to be where we're at now. So government already knows we're not criminals. So once you lift the veil of racism and politics, then you'll see the true benefits of what we have to offer, which we are offering now. So thanks for listening, guys.